There's some big arms right there. He's a strong boy. Here's Rod Pampling for Eagle at the last. If he could knock this in and get to 6 under, look out.
This is for a 10 under par round.
Around the Australian. That is just incredible.
So this is for a 61 for Rod Pampling. Look out. No! Wow! Can you believe that?
What about that?
He finished second here last year, and he has produced the round of a lifetime.
61. That could win if the wind gets up. 6 under par in the clubhouse.
With a bogey at 1. Look at this. It was going nowhere else.
Out in 31, home in 30, finishing with an eagle. That is extraordinary.
He had back-to-back 9 under 63s earlier in the season. He said he loves to go low. He just some days gets in the zone, and today he obviously was. That's incredible. Well, we said when he hit it in close at 17, if he could go 3-3, goodness me.
Don't hurt, don't hit anyone. It's hit something, just hopefully it was nothing tender.
Up ahead, Reen Gibson out of the front right trap with his 4th shot. Should be able to stay at -3, but sighted is at any time of the day. Emirates Australian Open coverage, our final round from the Australian Open Golf Club in Sydney. And here is our final pair. They've reached the 9th. Jordan Spieth, 4 back from the lead, the world #1.
Somehow miss it. Come down. Yeah, let's go.
Different player today, isn't he? Just doesn't seem to be, you know, timing it as well. He's hit a number of shots that just haven't felt right. But he turned it around yesterday.
Yeah, I was just going to say, after what we saw yesterday, what's the oldest adage? Never write off a champion.
That was Matt Jones. He doesn't give us too much of an opportunity to announce his shot. Oh, that's left into the tree. Now, this is already the toughest hole on the golf course for the week.
You're right, guys. Thank you very much.
Over at 10, Aaron Price, who's laid back from the tee, didn't take driver.
Having a tough day, Finchy, 2 over.
Hang on. Going left. Stay there.
Yes, he bogeyed 5, 7, 8. After the birdie, we saw him make it 4.
Second shot, Rumford at 12. Yeah, good shot. Last year he dazzled us on Sunday with his short game. Today he's just been fairways and greens. 9th hole. Toughest hole on the golf course. Bunker down on the right-hand side. Need to avoid. And playing downwind, the reason they took 3-wood off the tee is they can reach that water on the left, believe it or not. But Matty Jones has hit the tree there on the left-hand side. Second shot across the edge of the water. Today the pin well in the back of the green, so plenty of green to work with.
And it has been the hardest hole on the golf course overall this week. If you look at the Sunday stats only, though, it is the 8th most difficult hole on the course with the wind direction the way it is today.
Matt Jones got 185 after a good break, clattering through the tree. Nice clean lie. He's got a tree in front of him he has to take into consideration. That's at the top of the tree. That's going in the hazard.
Oh, no. What an unnecessary shot to hit there.
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't he go around the tree and hit it up in the front right?
Yeah, your choice of words are exactly right, Finchy. Unnecessary shot.
Ahead, Adam Scott, second at 12.
Yeah, just 70-odd metres and a good look at this flag from the light rough. Needs to get a little bit of work on it. Oh, here we go.
After what we've just seen at 9, this has changed again.
Ever since she came out of the Emirates tent, Paddy, he's been on fire.
Jordan Spieth from 176 coming downwind. It's on line, but this needs to get up a bit.
That was when I was looking at the club selection, Wayne, it looked strange to me that he would try and hit it over those trees from the rough. I can understand from the fairway thinking he could do it, but it wasn't a great lie.
Especially when he moves the ball so well right to left. That's his go-to shot. And maybe there was something there that we couldn't see, but that's it. I was watching a group earlier in the week and a guy trying to hit it over that tree and had the same result. So it's a big tree.
So what's he done here, Grant Dodd? He's gone to the other side of the hazard, the lateral hazard?
Yeah, that's right. He's taking, looks like he's taking a 2 club length relief, and from that position there, he's meters to into this backpin position as well. And well, you just think about the comeback that he's made in this round after a really rough start. He's just shown a huge amount of heart, and well, we always look back upon turning points in championships, and let's hope for his sake that this isn't one of them.
There's a good example of how fast he plays. Sometimes you may need to take a little bit more time to settle and think things out.
Yep.
As we've all praised him for the speed of play.
Top level sport, it's hard to turn things around once. It's very hard to turn things around twice at this level.
Stay up there.
So he's all the way back down there in 4. So needs 2 putts for a double bogey. He's already had 1 today at the second.
Jordan Spieth is going to have the assistance of having a look at Matt Jones' putt from almost the same line.
Yes.
Brad Rumford, birdie putt. These are getting more and more important now, especially with what's going on behind him.
Jeff Ogilvy has found the bunker at 10 from the tee, but seems to be lying cleanly. Just a sand wedge or gap wedge for the second. May not be too bad. All depends on the lie there. Slight downslope.
Par putt for Rumford. Run it by again. But when you've got a stroke like his, you can afford to be aggressive.
Yes, it's very sound. The more times you play late in the day in big tournaments like this on a Sunday, the more scenarios you see unfold, and I guess that's what they call experience. Adam must know at 5 under par, he is really seriously right in the mix, and he can win this thing.
Well, he's 4 shots back of the lead, but that's going to change with what's going on with Matt Jones. Here's Aaron Price. Just missed the green left at 10. Breeze has been a bit fluky in this part of the course, and he's raced that one by. That one did go off in his hands. About 12 feet coming back just to save his par there at 10.
Jones for bogey. Slow down. Slow down. Wow. Needs to make that to be in the lead on his own. Pampling has just put his lunch down. He's watching the TV intently.
While all that dramatic stuff is going on, let's jump ahead to 18 in the race for leading amateur. Chun An Yu, who's had a very good week. The young man from Chinese Taipei rolled that in for his par at the last. That's a 72. He finishes equal with Bryson DeChambeau at 4 over, but it is Ryan Ruffles at 3 over who is going to be the leading amateur, and congratulations to him. So has Jordan Spieth been able to learn something about the pace here at 9?
Yes.
A lot.
I'd already given Ryan the win half an hour too early. I'd forgotten that young fella had yet to finish.
Right. Well, obviously your crystal ball is working quite well.
But yeah, he got to see how slippery this was across the top of the hill here. Down breeze. Greens are in immaculate condition. No Poa Enya in them at all, just pure bent. Not too fast, rolling around 11.5.
Up to the front 9 then, and even after everything he's had to experience, he's going to finish up being closer to Matt Jones than he was at the start of the day. But then again, a lot of others are too. And so we've got a contest on our hands.
Ogilvy's shown some really good touch. These little pitches and chips around the green this week. Oh, how did that go in?
Again.
If he hadn't had any bad luck this week, he wouldn't have had any at all.
His caddy there, Bussy, told me this morning, he said, get all your money on Jeff in the next 5 times he plays, because he said he's playing great.
Okay, Matty Jones, this is for double bogey and to retain or keep the lead on his own. Wow, we have...
You know what that means?
Tie.
Rod Pampling is now tied for the lead. And after starting the day, 14 shots behind this man.
He just has to shake it off and not think about anything negative. Think about, okay, I've got 9 holes to go and I'm tied for the lead in the Australian Open. Try and turn that attitude around.
Aaron Price.
15 feet or so grades to save his par. And that's going to drop Aaron back now to 3 over par for the day, 1 under for the week.
Matt Jones has a double bogey at the second, a triple bogey at the 9th, and an outward 9 of 39, 4 over par.
And Rod Pampling has a chance of lifting his National Open trophy after one of the great rounds that this championship has seen. 61, 10 under par, and now after starting 14 back at the beginning of the day, the Queenslander shares the lead with Matt Jones. Adam Scott, though, is now just 1 off the lead. Jordan Spieth likewise. Ogilvy, despite his bad luck, is only 2 back, and Reen Gibson is only 2 back. It's game on in Sydney on Sunday at the Emirates Australian Open. What an extraordinary back 9 we're in for on Sunday at the Emirates Australian Open Championship of 2015, and these are the men in contention. Reen Gibson, who started the day 5 shots back, has found the going tough, but he's hanging in there. He's only 2 back. Jeff Ogilvy has won this title before. He's also won a US Open Championship, so he knows all about the heat in the kitchen. And so does this man, Jordan Spieth. After all, he is the world #1. He is the defending champion. And he can turn things around, as he showed us yesterday. Adam Scott now finds himself just 1 back after starting the day 9 back. He'd dearly love to keep that winning streak going. Matt Jones is going to have to turn things around. He's already done it once today. Will he be able to do it twice in front of his home galleries? And Rod Pampling has done his job for the day. One of the extraordinary Australian Open rounds ever. A 61, and he now has a share of the lead with Matt Jones as we enter the back nine and we watch Adam Scott putting for birdie and sliding another one by, so he remains one back. What an afternoon we are in for over the next couple of hours. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us here at the Australian Golf Club in Sydney.
Matty Jones has found the trap on 10, although we've seen some good shots from here.
Yeah, decent lie, 104 to the pin. That's come out soft.
Yeah, the head would be a bit scrambled now, Dotty.
Ahead 1 to 11 tee, the par 3, Geoff Ogilvy. 177 metres today. Calling for it to go. It's a good 6-iron back into that breeze. Lovely swing, great shot for Geoff Ogilvy there.
Spieth now only one back.
And only 80 metres for the second shot after a big drive down into the hollow. Nice flight, just fading a tad, but this looks good.
Keep in mind what we said about Jordan Spieth on the back nine this week. He's even par for the front nine, -7 for the back nine. Brett Rumford is only 3 back, and he could make it 2 here with a birdie putt at 13. He remains 3 back. He is in 7th place all to himself, 1 shot ahead of this man, Nick Cullen, and Lincoln Tai, who are both at 2 under.
Yeah, Nick's just over the back of the green in 2 at the par 5, so good chip and a putt for another birdie.
What about make it? Come on, make it. How about that?
Good call,
Goodness
mate.
me. Hey?
So an eagle 3, 4 under par. So he's in the mix too.
Wow, what a day.
This is an extraordinary day. Nobody saw this coming at the start of Sunday.
Come on, Jonesy. No one likes to see this happen, but this is sport.
Exactly right. And as we say so often, I know it's cliched, but anything can happen, and it usually does.
And I guess the thing he's got to think about now, boys, is if someone had said to him, you're going to be joint leader of the Australian Open Championship after 9 holes on Sunday, you'd take that every day of the week.
Yeah, no,
that's what he is.
Exactly. Big putt for Geoff Ogilvy here at 11. When they're not going in, you might just be pressing a little bit as well.
So he really tried to hold that, push it towards the hole in his line there.
Yeah, it wasn't a relaxed release, was it?
Right.
Grant Dodd, you're out there with this final pairing. What is the demeanour, I guess is the right word, for Matt Jones? Did he look any different as he walked up the hill there from 9 green to 10 tee?
Well, yeah, I mean, a little shell-shocked, of course, Finchy, but I think Wayne kind of hit the nail on the head a minute ago when he said, now that the head goes down, and this is when a good caddy comes into play. You need, this is an absolutely crucial point in this round for Matt Jones. I mean, he's still well in contention for this championship, but he's got a very experienced caddy on the bag, and it's where he needs to get inside his head and say, come on, let's leave that 9th behind and let's go and win this championship, and get his head up and thinking about the shot in front rather than the one behind.
Right at this moment, we have 2 leaders, Rod Pampling and Matt Jones. Maybe in a moment we might have 3.
Oh, that looked good too. That could have been held out by the wind there. Wind lashing across from the left. It's a very good point, because Matt Jones is there. He's got this putt to tidy up for his par and go to the next. He's got 8 holes to play, tied for the lead in his National Open. You have to tell yourself that hey, isn't that where you'd want to have been 4 days ago?
Oh, good boy. Good boy.
Big save.
That is a big save.
It is going to be an incredible test of not only his golf game, but his mental fortitude over the next 8 holes to see whether he can turn this around. But he is still the joint leader.
This is kind of what happened 3rd round, start of the 4th round at the US PGA Championship this year when he was in contention, and he just let it slip, finished way out of the contention.
Rod Pampling, after his 10 under 61, has a share of the lead, and it's well worth recapping some of the moments from his day. Remember, it started with a bogey, and then he finished up going out in 31. He made a birdie at the 11th, a birdie at the 12th, then birdie the par 5 14th, and there was still more to come. And at this stage, Ian Bogan-Finch, I thought that he might be running out of holes. You said if he can finish 3-3, he might still be in the mix. Well, there was the first of the 3s, and then a great day got even greater.
Yes, and he said he left one right in the jaw of the hole at 16 as well, but he comes here thinking, okay, may as well give it a go. 2-putt for birdie, still be up there in the top 3, get an invite back to the British Open. But look at this. 3-3 indeed. What a way to finish around. 61.
And when that sort of thing happens to you, you must think maybe there's a bit of a sense of destiny about all of this.
He'd taken 15 paces by the time that thing went to the hole.
Nearly a pace for every shot that he was behind at the start of the day. 14 shots behind. And he is the joint leader with Matt Jones. Is he going to be able to get momentum back on his side? Breathing down his neck. Adam Scott, the Masters champion of a couple of years ago. Jordan Spieth, the Masters champion of this year. Reen Gibson is still in the mix. Brett Rumford will need everything to go right. The joint leaders are the man from Queensland and the man from New South Wales, Rod Pampling and Matt Jones at 6 under the card as the final round of the Emirates Australian Open continues.
I've been called a control freak. I like to think of myself as more of a control enthusiast.
Perfect 177 degrees.
And that's why this Road Warrior rents from National. I can bypass the counter and go straight to my car. And I don't have to talk to any humans unless I want to. And I don't. And National lets me choose any car on the aisle. Control. And so, what's the word? Sexy.
Go National. Go like a pro.
This is fun.
Unique. It's radically
different.
Great opportunity.
Huge.
You feel like a little kid out there just ready to, hit the next shot.
It just becomes a part of you.
It becomes contagious.
It is impressive. It is very, very impressive.
It's not a bunch of swing tips. It's not a bunch of Band-Aids.
I believe in what he teaches. I believe in it.
It's almost too good to be true. It's easy. It's simple. Just go out and be great.
With more than 500,000 yards of lush and challenging Florida fairways, North America's #1 golf destination is calling your name and sharpening your game. Play where the pros play. In Paradise. Naples, Marco Island, the Everglades.
Spirits are brighter than ever before at Brookfield Zoo's Holiday Magic, presented by ComEd and Meyer. See Chicagoland's largest holiday spectacular, featuring new interactive polar lights, 1 million LED lights, caroling to the animals, and more. It's a magical tradition you can't miss, only at Brookfield Zoo.
Champion golfer of the year.
This holiday, why not stand out with a one-of-a-kind present? A Golf Now gift card. Good for any hot deal tee time at thousands of great courses. Visit golfnow.com/gift card today.
Charles Schwartzel had some rough moments in round 3, but he maintains his lead going into the final round of the Alfred Dunhill Championship. Don't miss the final round action continuing tomorrow at 5 a.m. Eastern on Golf Channel. Also available streaming with the Golf Live Extra app. So Lincoln Ty right now still has an opportunity to climb the leaderboard, maybe get one of those spots in the Open Championship qualifying series. This for birdie. And the long hitter makes a long putt, so Lincoln Ty continues his rise up the leaderboard.
He showed us how to master the hole. Tell us how to master the 11th, boys.
At 177 metres, it's a funky sort of a green, but today the pin is the most difficult spot on the green. You've got to fly it over bunker on the right-hand side. 177 metres, as I've already said. There's only been 12 birdies. Wind into the player's face and slightly off the right. Club selection is absolute paramount. Jordan Spieth.
And the wind just whipping across this exposed tee up here on 11. Green surrounded by gallery. What a scene. Good strike, and oh, this is all over it.
Inch perfect. A little unlucky. How about this, Dottie? Forget. Oh, we're going back. Sorry. We'll come back to you in a minute. Nick Cullen at 15.
Yeah, how's the lie here at the par 3? Boy, this has been a tough par 3 all week. Slight downslope, so he's getting some roll on it. That one left for his par. Nick Cullen in the mix. He knocked that one in, just 2 back. Now the last shot of the championship here at the par 3. Last chance for Alexis.
Okay.
Back for the putting action at 11 in a moment. Let's go ahead to Jeff Ogilvy with his second shot into the 12th. That yellow dot is 80 metres from the front, so around about 75, maybe a bit more. And the pin 10 on, 3 from the left, and that's getting better by the minute. And there's another man who's still in the picture. If he holds that, he's within 1.
Rumford, second shot at 14, the par 5.
Back where Mere Mortals hit it grades. He's still got 220 left. This is just a tad left and needs to travel. I think this has got sand written all over it.
Oh, well, it's rummy, so it's always a good chance of an up and down, Pat.
Effort.
And might just, there he is. That is Rob Missingham, Chief Petty Officer from the 15th 816 Squadron. It's something that they are doing out here this week, holding the flag as we watch Adam Scott, second shot to 15.
Yeah, thank you for your service, all the servicemen and women around Australia.
176 for Adam. Huge shot in context of this tournament, par 5. Perfect. We'll have a very good look at Eagle now.
Not sure who's writing the script for this one, but Agatha Christie might have something to do with it.
Mate, you can take reality TV and throw it where it belongs.
Exactly.
This is
right.
Reality.
This is the best stuff you can have.
This is what it's all about.
And now Matt Jones from long range for an outside chance at a 2. Good enough not to do any damage. And despite the fact that he's 4 over par for the day,
yeah,
he still has a share.
Treat the difficult holes with respect here on this homeward half. You know, this one, 15, 16 and 17 are never easy holes either, and then try and attack the par 5s.
Let's see what the wizard with the sand wedge can do. Oh, rummy. Give you the big
build up. Ogilvy at 12. Missed one of similar length at 11.
Could have lapped the field, couldn't he?
Yeah, sweet. He could be 5 in front with what he's been through this week. Jordan Spieth could find himself in a share if this falls. All it does, and we've got 3 leaders in the Open.
Well, he's got a front row seat to see what's happening with Matt Jones, who had the triple at 9, and Jordan's thinking, boy, if he does crumble, I'm going to be right there.
10 under par led it at the start of the day. 6 under par leads it now, and we've got 3 of them.
There's a place where hard work is king, where people punch in early and leave late. And so is it any surprise that when a true hero is born, that they come from a place like this? Ram salutes the heroes of the Hunger Games and all those who clock in daily. Watch The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, now playing in theaters. And hurry in for 0% APR for 75 months on a 2015 Ram 1500 model. Ends November 30th.
It's 85 to the center. No wind. Lob wedge. I've got this. See how far you hit every club in your bag as you play. The new Game Golf Live provides real-time distances and tracks your rounds so you can dial it in.
I use Zep because it gives me feedback on every shot instantly. I need to know what adjustments to make right now. I don't have time to wait for results.
I use Zep to stay on point. Anybody serious about improving or maintaining their golf swing needs to be training with Zep.
What used to take minutes, Zep provides instantly. Faster results are all that matter.
So start training today with instant 3D technology.
When you're not home, you can do whatever you want, even if that means doing nothing at all. Hyatt Regency. It's good not to be home.
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn, because you can't beat zero heartburn. Ah, the sweet taste of it.
Prilosec OTC, 1 pill each morning, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Garcia, Bjorn, and Clark bring a European flair to the Asian Tour. The Ho-Tram Open, Wednesday at 1 a.m. on Golf Channel. Golf Channel Am Tour. Tournament golf for the rest of us. Go to gcamtour.com to join the tour.
Down the stretch in an exciting final round of the 100th Australian Open, this Brett Rumford. Birdie attempt on 14. He'll need it. It slides by, and we'll see what Adam Scott is able to do with his opportunity to gain a share of the lead.
Well, we're in an amazing position that this putt is to take the outright lead. Adam Scott, who was all but out of it yesterday, shot a 68.
Has he hit it hard enough? And started the day 9 behind, and he's now tied at the top. 4 players at 6 under.
Getting crowded up there. Rummy stays within 3. Well, National Open Championships have a habit of producing something out of the ordinary. We've seen that many times at the Australian Open, but this is a Sunday to savour. Rod Pampling in the clubhouse after shooting 61. Adam Scott started 9 shots back from the lead. Jordan Spieth started his day bogey. Matt Jones has had all sorts of trials and tribulations, including a double bogey and a triple bogey, but the story is not written yet. Jeff Ogilvy just 2 back, and Nick Cullen amongst that group of players at 3 under, 3 back. An incredible Sunday afternoon in Sydney, and it continues at the Emirates 100th Australian Open Championship. Who is going to have their name on the Stonehaven Cup by day's end?
To live the life you want, you've got to keep your eyes open. Because sometimes seeing is believing. Change your worldview with Flexon. Made from an alloy that helped lift NASA into space. And a little flexibility can make all the difference. Radically resistant to bending and breaking. Infused with pure titanium. Visit Flexon.com to learn more. Flexon. Bend the rules.
Ruth, she had a recipe for everything. Take pictures. In 20 years, you'll be glad you did. And make your best memories on a 500-degree sizzling plate. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. This is how it's done.
So, you'll take our club straight to the course for just $39?
Yep, that's what we do.
And you guarantee they'll get there?
Yep.
That's great. I have 2 sets.
You know Shipsticks only ships golf clubs, right?
Honey, are we there yet?
Shipsticks.
That hurt.
Friday night, buddy, you are gonna need a wingman. And my cash back keeps the party going.
But my airline miles take it worldwide.
It shouldn't be this hard. With creditcards.com, it's easy to search hundreds of cards and apply online. Creditcards.com.
See that kid? Doesn't have a clue. And now, he plays on the PGA Tour. I know because that kid was me, Scott Langley, before I got involved in the First Tee. The First Tee taught me more than just golf. It taught me values that helped me achieve my dream of becoming the first alum of the First Tee to make it to the PGA Tour. The First Tee taught me values that still guide me today. And that might be the most important golf lesson I've ever had. Get involved. Visit thefirsttee.org.
The Fix is on the course.
Let's do this!
And Michael Breed is teaching perfect practice with his favorite drills for all aspects of your game. The Golf Fix, Monday, 7 p.m. on Golf Channel.
This holiday, why not stand out with a one-of-a-kind present? A Golf Now gift card. Good for any hot deal tee time at thousands of great courses. Visit golfnow.com/gift card today.
What an extraordinary day it has been at the Emirates Australian Open Championship. Hope you're enjoying the action right around Australia on 7 from the Australian Golf Club in Sydney. And we are joined by a very special guest here in the commentary box, a man who has produced a round of a lifetime today. What are you doing there, Finchy?
Is he giving me the rabbit ears?
You knew that he was going to do that.
How do you shoot 61 around here?
Rod Pampling, congratulations. Is that the round of your lifetime?
It's certainly right up there. Obviously, if I get to the end of the day and it wins, then yes, it vaults straight up there. Yeah, it was just one of those days. Everything didn't start off great, but then it just kicked into gear and things just started happening, and I felt better and better out there. And you know, the hole got really big, which is a nice thing to happen. It doesn't happen very often, except if you're Finchy, but it was just great to see him going in. It was very exciting.
I'll let you talk to the boys, your great mates, in a moment, but in your heart of hearts, as you sit here at the moment, do you feel as though that you will have your hands on the cup later?
I don't think so. You've got number one in the world, who's obviously he's there for a reason. He's an extremely good player. Scotty's in form today. He's you know, obviously had a great finish yesterday to get back into it, and now he's really kicking in. And Jones, he's not far behind those guys. So I'd love to, but realistically, I don't think it will be a chance. I think the back nine's a little bit more gettable than the front. who knows? You know, time will tell.
Well, Queenslander. Let's go out to the golf course and join another Queenslander, Adam Scott, because he is on the tee at 15, measuring 182 metres today, and he is the joint leader at 6 under.
And Pete, he absolutely knows what's happening. We've run past 2 leaderboards in the last 3 holes. This is 5-iron back at the heart of the green. So yet again on this backside, another shot at birdie.
Let's take a look at the 12th. Par 4, back down the breeze, left to right, 380 metres. Ride the direction of the wind here, sort of taking it 45 degrees across the fairway.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit more help today than yesterday, so I think the guys should be able to get past that bunker on the right. That's the sort of, and that's where you want to be with this front left pin. Anything in the left bunker is a difficult second shot, so you're definitely aiming right off the tee.
Pin's 16 yards on, 6 from...
It's in a nice little bowl. It's actually quite accessible there. So if they're on the fairway on the right side, you know, you're looking at hitting it pretty close. That's not the spot.
Matt's just unravelled today. Hit a couple of bad shots early and then a terrible triple bogey at 9. And the drama continues.
Well, and another bad break if had a chance of going back down there somewhere where he could get bat on it and get it on the green, and it stopped.
Yeah, you just don't want to see this. It's you know, it's a tough game. It's hopefully he'll knock one in close and right the chip.
What about this flag today on 15, perhaps?
Extremely deep. I actually hit a great shot in there, and it hit right on the tier just before it and stopped really quickly. But where Scotty's got, it's an interesting one because it looks like it's downhill, and I know my putt didn't run out as much, so it looks like it should roll down pretty good right to left, but it just didn't run out as much as I thought.
Third for Matt Jones now. Found its way through, but he's got to be thinking, boy, what did I do wrong here?
I think he's actually missed that right of the bunkers over on 13 nearly.
Second shot, Ogilvy up the hill.
They struggled getting the club right up here yesterday.
I was one of them. I copped a fly though, and it nearly went into the back bush right behind it.
Westwood did that the other day. Finished 20 yards over 25 up on the hill.
Yeah.
Ball sitting quite well for Jordan Spieth.
He allowed for the pull off that lie, and it went straight and long.
Pamps, did the thought of 59 ever cross your mind?
No. I wasn't in a situation where that was going to happen, and yeah, I didn't even think about it. With, you know, obviously there was no chance at the end, but
how good was that?
Yeah, I was happy with 61.
Could have been 60 though, as you were saying. You left one in the jaws at 16.
Yeah, Wiki, you can always look back, but you know.
Yeah, you take 61 most days.
Yeah, the one on 18 was pretty good.
Ogilvy for his birdie at 13. We've watched him stripe the ball all week with his irons, Pamps, and his putting's been less than complimentary. So.
Yeah, which is, you know, as I said, for whatever reason today, I could see the lines really well, but, you know, which is surprising because Jeff's obviously been one of the great putters for a long, long time. So you're kind of expecting him, you know, he's running out of time, but he's still got plenty of time to start making a few.
Adam Scott to take the outright lead.
He's hit some good putts today. He was really putted poorly, was really flat second day, but he's been good the rest of the time.
I spoke to him during the week, and he said he's really happy with the putter, and Scotty Cameron's designed it for him, and so he felt really happy with it. So, which that's a huge part of putting.
He told me it was the most comfortable he'd been for a long time.
Got to be comfortable, and obviously he said he felt that way, and you know, you see some of these putts, he looks so comfortable too.
Jeff Ogilvy heads the chasing pack to our 4 leaders now. He's got sole 5th possession at 4 under, 2 shots back.
Brett Rumford for par at the par 3.
That would have been just a genius up and down that.
He is one of the best scramblers you've ever seen. It's amazing where he gets up and down from.
Did you play with him last year in the last round?
No, I was with Scotty and Greg Hodgson.
Yeah, it's last year on Sunday, his short game was just phenomenal. Today he's actually played great.
And his challenge, unfortunately, has now come to an end. Jordan Spieth's 3rd at the 12th.
Boys, it's some good bunker shots. Really good imagination around the greens, the young fella.
Well, and you've got to have that, especially with the bunkers as pure as they are. You can really pick a spot and land it on there. They're very consistent. The whole course is prepared amazing this week. So hats off to the guys.
Apart from when you hit the putt at 18, have you seen it again yet?
I've seen a couple. I've been switching through a couple of the Jiu-Jitsu marquee, and they were good enough to have it in there and replay it for me. So,
well, why don't you
I'm not sick of it. I'll
here's one more look.
Okay,
there you go.
And yeah, right about there. It was a bit right, and then now it just starts coming back this way, and yeah, I knew she had a good line about a couple of feet out.
Did you think, I said to Finchy before, when something like this happens, you might think maybe there's a bit of sense of destiny about the whole thing. Did that cross your mind? Did you think when that went in, maybe this is meant to be?
Well, as I said, I didn't see Jonesy start, so I was still expecting that to be, 2 or 3 behind. Oh, wow, there we go. There's the kickstart.
Boy, we've seen some pars today, haven't we? Todd centered at the 3rd.
Could anything else possibly happen?
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the amazing thing with this game, is that's something there that could kickstart a great finish. Just
incredible. Second shot hit a tree and came back almost as far as he was away with his tee shot. Fired one out under the trees into there. And
in all due respects to you, Pamps, he's the local boy. He's been a member here forever. And
oh yeah, it's a great story to be where he is right now. Hopefully, I know he's going to put in a good showing for the rest of the few holes. I know my job's done. It's just sitting back and watching these guys and see what happens.
And what will the process be after you leave us here in the commentary box?
Once I'm done here, that's it. I'm finished. I'll go into the locker room and just watch the guys. And once they get onto about 16, if it's still close, well, then I'll go down and start hitting a few balls and just loosening back up again.
And you are free to stay or go whatever you like. Please don't anyone feel that we've corralled you up here. You've come up with your own will.
It's yeah. I enjoy this thing from here. Like it's. If you're in the locker room, there'll be people sort of grabbing you here and there. Where it's sitting here, it's nice. Get to watch what they're doing.
They haven't brought the cheese and biscuits in.
No, I was a bit disappointed. I heard you guys normally had a good spread up here. But nothing.
We hit it when we knew you were coming up.
Well, maybe you could just pop into the jacuzzi that Wayne has organised for our tower here, and that might freshen you up. We're not going to hold you for too much longer. You're welcome to stay if you'd like to, but all we want to say is congratulations. Brilliant day. One of the great rounds we've seen.
Thank you.
Who knows what might happen?
Exactly. It's obviously just wait and see. It's obviously it's a bonus. It looks like I should get back to the British Open again this year. So I might take Finchy out with me and play some holes and see how it's done over there.
You're on.
So at the moment it's Rod Pampling, Matthew Jones and Jeff Ogilvy who are the men who get their qualifying spots for Royal Troon. What a battle it's turning into. We have 3 leaders, Rod Pampling, Adam Scott and Matt Jones in the 2015 Australian Open Championship.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks and be a gracious host, no matter who shows up. Richard! Didn't think you were going to make it.
Hey, sorry about last week. I don't know what got into me.
Yeah, well, forgive and forget. Kind of. I don't think so. Did you guys see that?
Do you like nuts?
you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Because of Shriners Hospitals for Children, I can play basketball. I could climb stairs. I can write my name.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child, regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child we can help, visit shrinershospitalsforchildren.org.
This is important news for diabetics who have been injured by Invokana or similar diabetes medications. If you or a loved one took Invokana or another of these diabetes medications and then developed one of these medical conditions, call the offices of Davis and Crump and see if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Our first consultation is free and confidential. Call the law offices of Davis and Crump right now. Operators are standing by.
The champion golfer of the year.
The city of Sydney is synonymous with so many things, but this great structure, the Harbour Bridge, is amongst the most famous in this wonderful city. Instantly recognisable, it's the world's tallest steel arch bridge, affectionately known as the coat hanger to all Australians and known worldwide as one of the great parts of this wonderful city. Australia's biggest city, playing host to the Emirates Australian Open final round. Great to have your company from the Australian Golf Club on what has been an extraordinary Sunday. All sorts of plots going on at the moment. Brett Rumford has missed the fairway left here and has to thread the eye of the needle with his second shot at 16.
So much depends on the lie here. Get a really good stable stance. Don't let yourself spin around in this pine straw and wood chip. Sounded good.
And they like it too. And I thought front trap might be a good result, but he's found the putting surface. He's just going to hold it.
Stay there on the upslope. Ooh, that'll be a testing chip, even for Brett Rumford.
And we were going to let Rod Pampling go and get on with that routine he was talking about, but he's got a couple of fellow Queenslanders up here, and it's pretty hard to work yourself away from them, Pamps.
Yeah, once you're up here, they don't let you go real quick, so which is all good.
Ogilvy's second shot at 14. Just tugged it a little to the left. Looks like it may have caught the trap.
Second shot at 16 for Adam Scott, our joint leader at 6 under. Remember, he started the day 9 shots back from the lead.
Right. And
Paddy's mic just breaking up a bit there. That's not as hard a shot as the one from over the back.
No, it's a little bit more green there, sort of slightly back up into the breeze.
It's a lot harder than the second shot he had.
135 metres for Matt Jones. Ball above his feet. A little flying lie in the wind out of the right. Pretty good result being on the green from there.
Pretty much right, exactly where I was. So got a nice little breaker, about a 2-foot breaker. It's not that quick. It looked a lot more dangerous than it when you walk up there. It actually wasn't that bad a putt. So
Jordan Spieth put himself into perfect position in the left-hand side of the fairway, and with this pin tucked hard right, he gets a really good look at it. Just talking to his caddy Mike, and they've really struggled all week trying to pick the wind around here, but it's time to really knuckle down and commit at the moment.
This is where it was a tricky shot in there. it feels like it's straight across, but you know it's hurting a little bit, and obviously you don't want to come up short into that big bunker, so it's that's why they're taking a little bit longer here. It's you have to be right on perfect with it.
Yeah, Spieth hit it into that bunker yesterday, Rod. So.
Yep.
That was a very good break. He knew it. Didn't come back on the wind, calling for the bounce off the bank.
Nothing beats the perfect drive. Today's lesson is on avoiding hazards. Hazards are everywhere, so to steer clear, all you've got to do is align, settle in, focus, and then trust your instincts. Yeah, I noticed.
Avoid hazards with blind spot detection on the Hyundai Genesis.
I built my business with passion, but I keep it growing by making every dollar count. That's why I have the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy for my studio. And that unlimited 2% cash back from Spark means thousands of dollars each year going back into my business.
And that's huge for my bottom line. What's in your wallet?
Every year, the amount of data your enterprise uses goes up. Smart devices are up, cloud is up, analytics is up. Seems like everything is up, except your budget. Introducing Comcast Business Enterprise Solutions with a different kind of network that delivers the bandwidth you need without the high cost. Because you can't build the business of tomorrow on the network of yesterday.
I use Zep because it gives me feedback on every shot instantly. I need to know what adjustments to make right now. I don't have time to wait for results.
I use Zep to stay on play. Anybody serious about improving or maintaining their golf swing needs to be training with Zep.
What used to take minutes, Zep provides instantly. Faster results are all that matter.
So start training today with instant 3D technology.
This holiday, why not stand out with a one-of-a-kind present? A Golf Now gift card. Good for any hot deal tee time at thousands of great courses. Visit golfnow.com/gift card today.
Thursday, it's the live event of the season. Mary J. Blige, Common, Neil, and Queen Latifah.
I'm the all-powerful Wizard of Oz.
The Wiz live, Thursday on NBC.
Adam Scott began the day 9 shots behind the leader, Matt Jones. He is now a co-leader, his third shot in the par 4 16th. And Adam Scott playing exceptional golf right now. 5 under par for the day and tied for the lead.
I dare say, perhaps you didn't have too much time to think about anyone else apart from what you were doing today, but I reckon you would have spared a thought for your dad at some stage today.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things that you'll never forget. Obviously, if you got to meet him, he was a larger-than-life man, and yeah, you know, it's something you'll never forget. That was just great to put a good round in. You know, I know he'd been watching up there somewhere, so maybe he kicked it in on the last for me too.
Yeah,
so.
you know, Kenny's proud of you, mate.
Brummy. Clock face way open.
He nipped that well, didn't he? I think he should go and practice his short game.
Mate, he was the only guy out. There were 2 guys on the range last night when we went off air, and I was walking down there after 5 o'clock, and he was there practicing.
Yep.
Still.
That's why he hits those shots, and then the grass is absolutely perfect as well. So if you've got the confidence to go in and hit them, then you hit these quality shots where you get a nice little check at the end and finish up tight.
Another miss by Jeff.
See then if Jordan Spieth can make full use of the break that he got, but
even though Jordan's off the green, he's closer to the hole. So Matt Jones will go first, even though he's on the green. So don't always think at home. A lot of people say, why did that happen? He's off the green. Shouldn't he go first? No, we always go in distance from the hole. And if it was a chip shot or a bunker shot, the other guy might say, hey, I'll come up if you like. I'll be quicker than you. You've got to read your putt. So in this situation, Jordan's going to get a good teach, if you would, from this putt. He'll see what happens at the hole with this.
Yep. It's definitely breaking. If you can see the screen about 2 mole blades out, that's a pretty good line right there. Just this.
What about the contrast of the front 9 scores of the 3 men in the lead at the moment? The man in the commentary box with us, Rod Pampling, 31. Adam Scott, 31. This man, Matt Jones, 39 to go out. But he's been able to hold it together so far on the back 9 and keep that share of the lead.
Good up and down. But he'll need some magic over the next couple, even if he's to try and get one of the open spots.
Yeah, got to take advantage of these 2 par 5s if you're going to do anything special here this afternoon. Unfortunately, Jeff's missed his chance there at 14.
Yeah, with a good drive, these guys are going to have 5, 6, even 7 iron in. So
and 18 not too hard to reach even with that wind. 2 good ones.
With the distance these guys hit it, yeah, they could, if they hit a good one, they've got an iron in their hand.
What did you hit in there today?
3 wood.
3 wood.
Yeah, I hit one of my good ones too. Still had 3 wood in. So.
Really?
But hey, I made 3, so.
So close again, like back at 10. It could quite easily have dropped in.
I mentioned earlier that Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus are the only overseas players who have been able to win the Australian Open back-to-back. Adam Scott tidies up, maintains that share of the lead. He's got 2 holes to play, so like Pamps has been able to do, Adam might be able to get in and post the score, but it's no easy finish, even though you finished 3-3, 17 and 18. No snack to be trying to make up shots there.
No, 17, you've got it. It's yeah, for Scotty, he could hit an iron off the tee, but it's a great little pin on 17 tucked. I hit my low little driver off the tee, and it went a long way down, so I only had 100 metres in, which I was able to then have control on the ball. But if you lay too far back, you know, if you got 8 iron into there, they spin it a little bit more than I do, so they've the opportunity to get close. But it's still a great it's a great pin on 17, and you know, 18's always difficult with the water. You know, it's always in your eye, and when you have to do it, it's still not an easy shot.
Not had much luck with the cameras this week, Geoff Ogilvy. Every time he stepped up on the first tee, they seemed to get him, and they've got him again here at 15, the Tag Heuer hole. Magnificent Tag Heuer watch valued at $17,000 if he can pop it in. 182 metres, 168 front, 14 on, 3 from the left, tucked over those bunkers. And that's a good commercial shot from Ogilvy.
Yes, we haven't seen many shots in close on this hole all week. Tough par 3. Tough to pick the wind correctly.
Yes. It's again, the wind is, it's a strong wind, but it just fluctuates from straight across to in. So it's, you know, a lot of it does come down to luck with picking the right breeze when it's when your ball's up in the air.
Settle down.
Iron off the tee to come up short of the bunker. And that's worked. He gives it the good long stare.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate in the rough. If you can get some really good lies, and that'll dictate how much Scotty can go at that pin depending on the lie. It looked good because you could see a lot of the ball, but if you get any little bit of rough, that's when that chance to fly is you know, it's right there. And you don't want to be short on 17 because it's bunker and water. So, you know, hopefully it's a good lie for him and he'll be able to be aggressive.
Rod, we are going to let you go now and get on with that routine you spoke about. Again, congratulations. What a moment you've given us. And
thank you.
Whether it wins or not, it's going to go down in the annals of Australian Open history as one of the great rounds.
Spectacular.
Well
Thanks,
done.
guys. Thank you.
Well done, Rod.
And
Cheers.
thanks for coming up and joining us in the box as well. That was fantastic of Rod Pampling to do that. Who knows? He might still be holding the trophy at day's end, but the contest is still on. Rod Pampling, Adam Scott, Matt Jones tied at 6 under in the final round of the Emirates Australian Open.
The best of everything is even better during Red Lobster's Ultimate Seafood Celebration. With jazzed up new dishes like the decadent Grand Seafood Feast and the Ultimate Wood Grilled Feast. Why wait to celebrate? So hurry in, it ends soon.
If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. That's Wynn's philosophy. We all want to work at this game to be the very best we can be. Funny thing is, we never really get there. When we reach one goal, we set another. It's constant. A new shot to perfect, a better score to achieve. Introducing the Dry Tack Wrap, Wynn's next step towards perfection.
There's a place where hard work is king, where people punch in early and leave late. And so is it any surprise that when a true hero is born, that they come from a place like this? Ram salutes the heroes of the Hunger Games and all those who clock in daily. Watch The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, now playing in theaters. And hurry in for 0% APR for 75 months on a 2015 Ram 1500 model. Ends November 30th.
At our After Thanksgiving sale, get up to 70% off throughout the store. Plus, find doorbusters like all Signature suits now $249. Signature dress shirts and ties are 2 for $69. And all Executive Lamb's Wool sweaters are $59. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
25 years ago, President George H.W. Bush established November as Native American Heritage Month. During this month, we look to honor our culture, traditions, and way of life, as well as the contributions of our people throughout history. I'm proud of my Native American heritage and invite you to join me in celebrating Native American Heritage Month throughout November.
On tour. On tour. On tour, I trust Titleist. I trust Titleist. I trust Titleist. The #1 ball in golf. On television. On television, I watch Golf Central on Golf Channel. The #1 source for everything happening in the world of golf. Hello and welcome into Golf Central. Because if it happens in golf, it happens on Golf Central. It happens on Golf Central. How good is it to be a golf fan right now?
Golf Central. Every night on Golf Channel.
Anyone's guess who might be holding up the Stonehaven Cup at the end of the day. Adam Scott very much in the picture to do that. Second shot, 17.
157. Heard Rod Pampling speak of how important it was to get a little close, and yes, look, see, he needed just a little.
Yeah, just a little more. He gave that the rough just too much consideration. Needed a little more of a jumper. But really, with a long iron from the tee, he would have been expecting to be playing from the fairway.
Brett Rumford, second shot, perfect position. Straight at it.
He's down in Pampling territory grades, and this is going straight at it. He's got no choice now, really. He's got to fire at these last couple of flags, and this looks beautiful from back in the fairway.
Birdie finish would give Rummy a round of 3 under and take him to 4 under. And of course, that won't be enough to get it done because Rod Pampling already in the clubhouse. Jeff Ogilvy finds himself 2 shots out of the lead. Can he come up with a thunderous finish? That is the story of his week. He has touched the side of the hole so many times this week. It has been a sense of frustration to the US Open champion.
Jones to the par 5 14th. lucky. He'll have a swing, but a lot will depend on the lie and the wood chips.
Par saver then for Geoff Ogilvy. Running out of holes. Could have been absolutely anything this week. But he's still in the mix.
Jordan Spieth on the tee at the par 5 14th. Easily reachable in 2. That's perfect.
Someone said eagle time. Well, he's put himself into a position where it might be a possibility. Couldn't walk down and place it much better than that.
I agree, Peter. 473 metres the 14th. Similar to hitting down the 12th, sort of the wind's quartering left to right, helping. And they get it down there well past that nest of bunkers. And we saw that one of Jordan Spieth right down there, not far behind that 150-metre marker. Pin today, centre right. Nick Cullen made eagle earlier. We saw him chip it in from just off the edge. That was the eagle, and we've had 37 birdies, averaging like a tough par 4, really, 4.45.
It's not essential for Adam Scott to get in here in par, but it would certainly help.
Yeah, no, he knows he needs to finish 4-4 to get to 7 under.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Ian. It was a little fist pump with Steve just after he made that great save at the last. And he needs to get this one very close as well.
Just didn't get clean contact. You could hear that.
Can I put you on the spot, guys? What score do you think will win?
Well, I would have thought Adam Scott, Matt Jones, Jordan Spieth would get to 7 under easily. Jones and Spieth have 2 par 5s to play. I thought Scotty had finished 4-4 to get to 7. So 8 would win easily, but I think play off at 7.
Really difficult shot here for Matt Jones. He's got potentially a tree restricting his backswing. Well, that's come out beautifully. Oh, wow, this is some sort of shot right here.
Sit down. Shot of the day for Matty Jones so far. What a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah. Exciting stuff.
What a last round challenge it's been from the Queenslander. There would have been only very few people who turned up here today. Maybe even in his heart of hearts, Adam thought he was too far back when he was 9 shots adrift of the lead. But he's given himself a realistic hope of winning. If he is to win, this one would better go in.
And Pete, you know what? It's just great to see the crowds back. It's been actually difficult to move around from tee to green today, and it's just fantastic to see. I'm with the Scott group. There's a huge crowd here, completely lining this 17th fairway, and there's massive crowds with Jordan and Matt. It's fantastic to see for Australian golf.
Sure is, Paddy. Adam Scott for par at 17. Sensational stuff.
How about that for par? Sand wedge in, and he's hit another poor wedge shot. A very bad chip. And you wouldn't have backed him to make this with... I wouldn't have backed him with your money to make that.
And look at him staring this down. He knew the importance of this. Look at the reaction.
Look what he does.
Listen to another roar echoing around the golf course.
Well, you say that all the time, PD, about the great champions seem to pull the rabbit out of the hat so often, and we saw it again there.
Mighty big shot here at 14.
Big drive from Jordan Spieth, just 149 front, 165 pin, and a good strike just drawing towards the left center of the green.
expected a slightly bigger bounce than that if it had landed on the surface, but it landed just short and checked up.
Ogilvy at 16. Punches down the right. I've seen a lot of guys in there and a long way left too. It is a tough driving hole and back into the breeze.
Those ones are the ones that are left. Brett Rumford playing alongside Adam Scott at 17 green. Good second shot in here, very aggressive. Putter sitting perfectly on the green there. And you would think just a little misread there for Brett Rumford. Good aggressive putt, good speed. So Brett's officially out of it. 2 under par. Even if he finishes with an eagle, it still gets to 4 as best. He needed to hold that one.
We've only got a dozen players on the golf course. We have a dozen players under par. Matt Jones, our joint leader, remarkable recovery to here. Here's his third shot.
Just enough to keep you interested.
Still got a putt for a birdie. Still got a putt for the lead.
Nick Cullen, birdie at 18.
Good round of golf though. Tap that one in. 3 under par, 68 to finish 3 under, and currently in a tie for 6th.
Well, that was a big putt too, because at the moment that could have tied him with Jeff Ogilvy, and for that last spot into the Open Championship. Jeff's in trouble back at 16. We'll just have to wait and see. Top 3 players in the top 10 that aren't already exempt for the Open Championship get a ticket.
That's right. Australian Open is one of the qualifying series events, and the Claret Jug's here with us this week. Always good to see. Jordan Spieth for eagle
to take the outright lead.
That would have looked very good for a while too. Jeff Ogilvy now.
Looks like he's going left and going to try and cut it. Stays there. It's a pretty good result.
Yeah, that's makeable.
Not a difficult chip at all.
So then, after everything Matt Jones has been through this afternoon, he's got the chance of getting the lead back by himself with this putt for birdie at 14.
How about that?
That's toughness. That is mental toughness to bounce back after everything that he's been through. Still a long way to go. Still a few more tests to be passed, but he's got the lead and he's got it by himself.
What a big tee shot this is, Finchy. Get it in the fairway. Bunk it down the right-hand side. Hit it at that and then turn it over.
Yes, from back there, all it is sand from the tee. And that's why the crowd's applauding. It's a beauty from Adam Scott.
How long is that over the hill?
Very long.
Just a mid-iron in.
He hit 5-iron in here yesterday to the right of the flag when the flag was front right-hand side of the green and made eagle.
The red dot is 290 metres off the tee.
Into the breeze.
Yep.
2 birdies.
So now we've got 3 at 6, Finchy, and 1 at 7. And it's still no clearer who's going to be getting their hands on the Stonehaven Cup later on. This is what it looks like. They're starting to just establish a buffer, these 4, over Jeff Ogilvy, who's running out of holes and now finds himself 3 back from the lead. Nick Cullen's day is over. Lincoln Ty is 1 over for the day. Reen Gibson is 2 over for the day. They're too far back to contemplate the win. So it's starting to look as though we've singled it out, and it's a battle in 4. Rod Pampling, of course, has done his job for the day, and what a job it was.
Yeah, 61. I mean, it looks out of place on the board, doesn't it? Because we've been talking about how 68 is a great score all week, and how 63 was unbelievable last year.
It's only subpar round of the week too.
This is the area of the golf course where the players have had more difficulty than any other area getting a handle on the wind and finding out exactly where it's coming from. We've seen so many balls just balloon up here at 15 and get knocked down.
Yeah, and once again, Peter, the players looking down at this green and seeing that the flag is just absolutely limp at the moment, but you know that it's coming from the right as Matt Jones plays his tee shot.
Very good shot. All kudos to Matt Jones, fighting back with a birdie in 4 pars this inward half after the triple bogey at 9.
Yeah, it's a quality shot. And one of the things that's happened out here over the last hour is that the field's just started to bank up, and that's really slowed play down, which certainly doesn't play into Matt Jones's hands. He likes to play quickly. He's got a lot of time to stand around thinking about what's just happened, and the way he's collected himself over the last 20 to 25 minutes has been brilliant. And that birdie and that tee shot there just showing that he's made of really stern stuff.
Spieth would take it exactly on top of Matty Jones's ball.
Oh, you got a draw. No way. This is the wrong club.
And there it is again. How many times have we seen it at this 15th hole today and throughout the week?
Yes.
Yeah, it has completely bamboozled the players.
How about Darren Clark, who was so kindly allowed us to bring the Ryder Cup trophy up and show everyone yesterday. Here he is with a birdie putt at the last. Always a welcome visitor here in Australia. We love you coming back, Darren. Please keep doing it.
Great way to finish for the popular man from Northern Ireland. His countryman won a couple of years ago, Rory McIlroy. He's got big fish to fry in 2016, the Ryder Cup captain.
And we head back to where Rory McIlroy won 2 years ago, Royal Sydney. We'll be back there next year at the Australian Open.
Yes, that official announcement has been made. Jeff Ogilvy's third at 16. And now the task is starting to look as though it's beyond Jeff. So I think with some degree of certainty now, we can say it's down to 4. Nothing Rod Pampling can do about it. Matt Jones, Adam Scott and Jordan Spieth are still able to do something about it. And whoever wins, it would be a simply remarkable story. Matt Jones in front of his home galleries. Rod Pampling becoming from 14 shots back and going one better than he did last year if he was able to win. Adam Scott to keep this winning streak alive since 2001, and Jordan Spieth to go back-to-back and join Player and Nicklaus as the only overseas players to do that in the Australian Open. Plenty more still to unfold in Sydney.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks and be a gracious host, no matter who shows up. Richard, didn't think you were going to make it.
Hey, sorry about last week. I don't know what got into me.
Yeah, well, forgive and forget. Kind of. I don't think so. Did you guys see that?
Do you like nuts?
When going on a business trip or personal vacation, it can be a hassle to bring everything you want, especially when traveling with golf clubs. But with ShipSticks.com, you're just a few clicks away from getting your clubs shipped straight from your home or office to wherever you're staying or playing for as low as $39 each way. So get back in the game with ShipSticks.com or place your order by phone at 855-867-9915. ShipSticks.com.
The holidays are right around the corner, which means U vs. 8th Annual U450 Free Preview is back. During Thanksgiving weekend, almost everything in our best entertainment package will be free and in HD from November 26th through November 29th, including HBO, Starz, Showtime, and more. We're even including Epix. You can enjoy all this virtually anywhere, anytime with the Uverse app. And you'll also have access to Uverse games. So get the most out of your Uverse all holiday weekend long.
The champion golfer of the year.
This holiday, why not stand out with a one-of-a-kind present? A Golf Now gift card. Good for any hot deal tee time at thousands of great courses. Visit golfnow.com/gift card today.
What's it to be then? Adam Scott has a mighty big moment coming up in his final round. Second shot, final hole, at the moment trails by 1.
Discussion. This looks fantastic.
Come on.
203 metres. Right towards the heart of the green.
See it.
Lovely shot from that distance, 203 metres.
Second shot, Spieth. Can't afford to go dropping 1 now. Must hit a good pitch here. Pretty good. Not bad at all.
Rod Pampling, the Queenslander, finished eagle. Adam Scott has given himself a bit of a hope of doing just that, and he's welcome to the 18th by this massive gallery.
He made 3 here yesterday. Can he do it again when it really counts?
We'll find out in a minute. First things first. Mighty big birdie putt for Matt Jones at 15.
That's good. There's nothing wrong with 3 there. Take 3 all day.
Stays the leader by 1, but that may be about to change. He's a wizard.
There's a lot of speed on that swing just to hit it 6 or 7 metres in the air. It was beautifully played.
Jordan Spieth for par to stay 1 back. She haven't had the year he's had without being able to hold putts like that under pressure.
Yeah, he gets the most out of his round.
And so
very, very comfortable.
The Navy staff have done their job at the 15th hole today. Nice touch from Jordan.
Yeah,
well
Rob
done.
Messingham, Tom Proudlock, Andrew Hench, and Alan Hart. Alan Hart worked with Trevor Herden to set that up this week. Thank you, guys. Now, Adam Scott.
If he chips it in, he leads.
And he taps that one in. He's tied for the lead with Matt Jones at 7 under. So that knocks Rod Pampling.
Going to say Pamps is 2 feet away from a beer.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the 16th. What a test it's been. They've lengthened it to 430 metres.
Yeah, one of the hardest holes on the golf course always. But when you get this breeze sort of coming across from the right against, it really feeds you out towards those trees down the left side. We've seen so many players in there in the pine straw. Long hole, 430 metres, add 43 to that, 474 yards for our overseas viewers. 4.11. Just 6 birdies today, always one of the hardest holes. And this week, all week, in a right to left breeze most of the time. 6th hardest today and all week.
A1.
Hopefully, Brett Rumford's last stroke of the day.
Disappointing last couple of greens. He could really have jumped right up there into the top 5 with a couple of good putts.
Spieth on the tee at 16. Well, that part of it hasn't troubled him this week at 16, but we've seen him have a lot of difficulty on second shots. Let's see what happens this afternoon.
He hasn't been able to pick the wind, has he, on that corner?
Rod Pampling, when he visited us before, said he didn't think his score of 6 under would be enough to win. If this goes in, he'll be proven correct. Adam Scott is the clubhouse leader.
Great fight back, Adam Scott. After a disappointing second round, he shoots 65 today to finish at 7 under.
I dare say he might have thought that 65 might not have even been enough at the start of the day. It may very well prove to be.
Ogilvy's second shot at 17. 3-3 finish is all. The only thing he can do. I was going to say to still be a chance. Well, his chance has just gone swimming.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. You fight all week and you think you got a chance, and then you blow it towards the end. It's a terrible feeling, deflating.
Brett Rumford makes his way off, and so does Adam Scott after starting 9 shots back.
Might need it a bit more, mate.
Could very well need it, and if it's required.
That's thinking about his scorers there. I'll get you a golf ball after I sign my card. Just hang out for me. Great round.
If required, playoff holes 18, 18, 18, over and over again until we get a champion. And it could be Adam Scott, and he could win for the 15th year in succession. He'll be having a chat to Paddy, who's down there with him very shortly. So is it going to be enough? Matt Jones will have something to say about that. So Matt Jones, probably not aware of it just at the moment, but he needs to finish no worse than par for the last 3 holes. They're locked at 7 under. Brilliant day for Rod Pampling, and enjoy your first cool one, Pamps. I think it'll taste very good.
Yeah, well deserved.
What you were able to do.
61 today in those conditions. Sensational.
One of the greatest.
I've been called a control freak. I like to think of myself as more of a control enthusiast. Perfect 177 degrees. And that's why this Road Warrior rents from National. I can bypass the counter and go straight to my car. And I don't have to talk to any humans unless I want to. And I don't. And National lets me choose any car in the aisle. Control. It's so, what's the word? Sexy.
Go National. Go like a pro.
Ruth, she had a recipe for everything. Make big plans, but live spontaneously. Travel more. And make your best memories on a 500-degree sizzling plate. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. This is how it's done.
They say there's no place like home. But sometimes, there's nothing like being away. Hyatt Regency. It's good not to be home.
I use Zep because it gives me feedback on every shot instantly. I need to know what adjustments to make right now. I don't have time to wait for results.
I use Zep to stay on point.
Anybody serious about improving or maintaining their golf swing needs to be training with Zep.
What used to take minutes, Zep provides instantly. Faster results are all that matter.
So start training today with instant 3D technology.
25 years ago, President George H.W. Bush established November as Native American Heritage Month. During this month, we look to honor our culture, traditions, and way of life, as well as the contributions of our people throughout history. I'm proud of my Native American heritage and invite you to join me in celebrating Native American Heritage Month throughout November.
The boss of the Moss, Lauren Roberts, in a putting special.
I'm a speed guy. I focus on getting the ball around the hole.
Nice putt, by the way, right in the jar.
On an all-new Golf Channel Academy, Monday, 8 p.m. on Golf Channel. The Australian PGA Championship, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Golf Channel.
Without any shadow of doubt, Bondi is one of the world's most famous beaches, and with good reason. Golden sands, deep blue ocean, perfect waves for surfing and swimming, and it is a buzzing, glamorous coastal community fringed by the world-famous golden sands of Bondi Beach. What a sight it is. We're in Sydney for the final round of the Emirates Australian Open Championship. It's been an incredible afternoon so far. Matt Jones still very much with the chance of holding up the trophy, second at 16.
171 for Matt Jones, starting right and now drawing on the wind. This looks beautiful.
Really good, solid iron shot there from Matt Jones. Exactly what he needed. Good confidence boost too.
Fourth shot now for Ogilvy at 17. Disappointing week it's been. Okay, Finch, you were saying
closer for Jordan Spieth, and he's freshening. That's a better strike on this hole, heading towards the centre of the green.
He's had trouble on this one, Dottie, hasn't he?
It hasn't been his favourite shot this week, that's for sure.
that was only a couple of yards to the right. That would have fed down to the flag.
Okay, just to save bogey. He had to have a go from the bunker. Normally, he may not have had a go at the flag. But all the energy sucked out of you when you have a chance and you blow it like that.
Speaking of having a chance, 65 in the final round. Adam Scott's the joint leader at the moment, and he's talking to Pat Welsh.
We said 48 hours ago, 2 rounds in the 60s. You've achieved that, and you've done it in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, it was good stuff this weekend, and you know, I've needed a bit of help to get in this position where you have the nerves jangling the last few holes. But you know, it was good stuff out there today, and posted a number and see if they can get there.
They've had plenty of leaderboards out for us on that back nine. I mean, can you believe what was transpiring in this event?
Yeah, look, to be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention to it all, but I saw something must have happened on the 9th hole or the 8th hole with Matt, because he was at 9 under and then he was at 6, and you know, that gave me a bit of hope. And all of a sudden, you know, the process of trying to get it in the clubhouse starts happening, and it's a tough course to do that. You know, 15, 16, 18, all tough holes, require good shots, and I hit the ball pretty nicely coming in.
You really had to grind it. I saw a little sort of fist pump when you made that great up and down at that 16. I think was, you know, you realised how important that was.
Well, that was a poor shot in there and a really great chip and a putt, and the same on 17. I had a bit of an awkward, put myself in an awkward spot after 2, drove it in the rough and couldn't get it quite right onto the green, and left myself plenty of work. But every time you're coming down the stretch, you've got to make putts to win, and that's what I kept telling myself, you know, and I needed that one on 17. It felt good.
Have you any idea what's going to transpire? As you said, it's a tough finish, isn't it?
Do you? I mean, I don't know. It's impossible to know. Look, they finished so well yesterday, both of them, that if they can, you know, clear their heads and draw on that experience, then I probably don't have a chance. But you never know. The pressure of winning a national championship is big, and we know Jordan can do it on the biggest stage, and Matt's wanting to prove it as well. So we'll just see. Hopefully, at least I get to play some more golf.
Fabulous round out there. You gave us a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Paddy. Cheers, mate.
He won in the wind at New South Wales in 2009. He may very well win in the wind at the Australian 6 years later. Birdie putt for Jordan Spieth. He's going to need one more than Matt Jones on the way in. And it will have to come at either 17 or 18 now.
Well, we know he likes the 17th.
Yeah.
Scotty does this every day religiously. All his fans, mostly kids, hanging out after he's finished his round.
Matty Jones birdie putt at 16 after a magnificent second shot.
How big is this?
Huge. Oh, it's right on line.
Wow. Wow, come on.
That takes the pressure off now. He can play safely into the middle of the green at the last two holes.
I'm Chris Bosch. When I was sidelined with blood clots in my lung, it was serious. Fortunately, my doctor had a game plan.
Treatment with Xarelto.
Hey, guys.
Hey, finally somebody I can look up to. Besides Arnie.
Xarelto is proven to treat and help reduce the risk of DVT and PE blood clots.
Xarelto is also proven to reduce the risk of stroke in people with AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem.
For people with AFib currently well managed on warfarin, there is limited information on how Xarelto and warfarin compare in reducing the risk of stroke.
You know, I tried warfarin, but the blood testing and dietary restrictions...
Don't get me started on that.
I didn't have to.
We started on Xarelto.
Nice pass.
Safety first.
Like all blood thinners, don't stop taking Xarelto without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of a blood clot or stroke. While taking, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer for bleeding to stop. Xarelto may increase your risk of bleeding if you take certain medicines. Xarelto can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling. If you have had spinal anesthesia while on Xarelto, watch for back pain or any nerve or muscle-related signs or symptoms. Do not take Xarelto if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. Tell your doctor before all planned medical or dental procedures. Before starting Xarelto, tell your doctor about any kidney, liver, or bleeding problems.
You know, Xarelto is the #1 prescribed blood thinner in its class.
That's a big win.
It is for me.
With Xarelto, there is no regular blood monitoring and no known dietary restrictions.
Treatment with Xarelto
was the right move for us. Ask your doctor about Xarelto.
Playing golf on the PGA Tour, I feel like I run a small business, and Web.com has built their business around taking care of small businesses like mine. You give them an idea of what you're looking for, what you want your page to look like, how everything should link together, and then I can totally forget about it. I can go play golf, I can go do the things I need to get done, and realize they're going to build a great website.
The holidays, they move fast. And that's why we've done the shopping for you. With Golf Now's Deal Caddy, find amazing deals on clubs, apparel, rounds of golf, and more. Visit DealCaddy.com today.
Golf Channel Am Tour. Tournament golf for the rest of us. Go to GCAmtour.com to join the tour.
Matt Jones has made a double bogey and a triple bogey, and yet he has persevered, and he leads by one here in the final round of the Australian Open, heading to the last two holes.
Oh, it's dropped straight down. Went into the crowds, it's dropped straight down. It's just in the sandy area just left of the rough.
Jordan Spieth now 2 back. Needs a finish like yesterday.
22 down the left side, expecting that wind to bring it back. He might have some tree trouble there on his swing, at least.
In this massive bunker that measures almost 100 metres here, which sits between the 10th and the 18th fairways, Geoff Ogilvy finds himself coming to the end of what has been, in lots of ways, such a frustrating week.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking bunker, especially from the clubhouse, looking down at 10 and 18.
Used to just be a long line of pine trees separating 10 and 18.
This is a much safer option when you've got narrow corridors. Just put bunkers in, it's much easier to see the flight of the ball through the air, and less people are in trouble. Just laying up from here, I would think, with a short iron. No damage. Still make 4 from there.
He stands at the moment in a tie for 7th with Terry Pilkadaris. What a closing round he had today. Emerged almost from nowhere. Shot 4 under par 67 to finish at -2. So he's got himself all the way up into a tie for 7th. And Aaron Price is up there with Geoff Ogilvy at the moment. Matt Jones seemingly headed close to the Stonehaven Cup, but he can't put his hands on the trophy just yet.
When going on a business trip or personal vacation, it can be a hassle to bring everything you want, especially when traveling with golf clubs. But with ShipSticks.com, you're just a few clicks away from getting your club shipped straight from your home or office to wherever you're staying or playing for as low as $39 each way. So get back in the game with ShipSticks.com or place your order by phone at 855-867-9915. ShipSticks.com.
Do you think he gets around so fast? Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted during the winter event. Hurry, offers end soon.
Hey guys! We got you something for being a carpool driver. Happy holidays. Wow. Thanks. I can totally use this.
WeatherTech floor liners are the ultimate way to protect your vehicle, front, back, and even up the sides. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com or visit our factory store in Bolingbrook. Happy holidays from WeatherTech.
I wish this day would never end.
Morning.
Gift that keeps on throwing. Now at the Oh What Fun It Is to Drive event.
Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
The champion golfer of the year.
The Australian PGA Championship, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Golf Channel.
The 35-year-old from Sydney, Matt Jones, is edging closer to victory at the Emirates Australian Open. He's got some issues to deal with here with his second shot at 17.
But he's got a nice clean lie, Peter, from 184, and he's made good contact. It'll probably go through the green, but no trouble there.
Yeah, anywhere but short left, Grant, correct?
Well, just
yeah,
when
absolutely.
Just when you were hoping a nice long iron down the fairway and a short iron onto the green, he's making it interesting again.
Jordan Spieth is about to hit his second shot from a different spot than he hit it yesterday. He might need to replicate what he was able to do 24 hours ago. take this in. And with that shot, he moved to within 1 shot of the lead. 24 hours later, he is within 2 shots of the lead. But this, Grant Dot, is a vastly different proposition.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's look, it's not lying too bad, but it's just
got it down pretty good.
All right. So it's not lying too badly, but it's one of those ones where the club can dig in very quickly and the ball can come out soft, and he knows what he faces at the moment. He really needs 2 birdies and has to make a decision here just how aggressively he's going to attack this.
Okay, he's got a complete swing.
Get in the hole! Get in the hole! Go! Get in the hole!
He's going to need something very special up the last, it appears from here.
That's for sure.
Third shot, Ogilvy at 18. Just try and salvage something in there nice and close, Jeff. Finish with a 4.
Jeff's heading up to Vietnam to play next week on the Asian Tour.
What a beautiful part of the world that is. Get to sample some of the Vietnamese food up there. It is something to behold, and the people are just magnificent.
Brilliant. There's a French influence, the food up there. It's a wonderful place. What about the traffic? Wow.
Not much traffic in that little place Hoi An near Da Nang in Vietnam, where they have all of the walking streets, but it's just a great place, and I'm sure Jeff will enjoy it. Jordan Spieth thinking of what he has to do now, and as you said, Ian, he's going to need something very special, depending of course on what Matt Jones does from the back of 17.
But 7 unders in the clubhouse, regardless of what Matt does, and Jordan knows that. He's got a very difficult task ahead of him, just 2 putting from where he is for par here, so he'll have to go 4-4 to tie Adam. And Matt Jones is thinking, well, if I can just get this up and down, I'm in the driver's seat. Dottie, how's that lie there for Matt? I know you're close by.
Well, it's really clean, Finchy, but I just had a little touch of the grass just nearby, and it's into the grain. So it's one of those shots, you know, where you put the club down and you can just feel it just gripping at you.
And we'll come back and see Matt and Jordan go through their paces at the 17th in a moment. Let's duck ahead to the 18th, where Aaron Price is about to put the finishing touches on what has been a disappointing day. 2 over par for the day drops him back to 2 under, but he's still going to, in all likelihood, well, he will have a top 10 finish.
He had 5 bogeys in a 7-hole stretch, did Aaron Price, so he's done well to limit the damage to just 2 over on his round, and this could really help him out. I see a couple of spare seats in there.
That distance remaining then for a share of 7th with Terry Pilkadaris and Jeff Ogilvy, who of course is still out there on the golf course with Aaron Price.
Yeah, off slight down slope. Up and down here saves a lot of heartache for Matty Jones.
Spectacular.
What a brilliant shot. Absolutely stunning little pitch and run.
He'll be feeling very, very comfortable with himself after that shot just there. That was not an easy shot under the pressure, and the shadows of the trees were flapping around over the ball as well. I always used to notice that.
Jordan Spieth stalks what he's got to do at the 17th. We go to the closing hole, where Jeff Ogilvy as this putt, which could have all sorts of implications as far as the Open Championship is concerned. And he skated it on 7 or 8 feet by. Back to 17.
Got to be close to 18, 19 metres of putt here, Grant.
Yeah, and as you would expect, he is spending all the time on it at his disposal. And look, it's a really difficult putt. I mean, he comes up a quite significant tier in the middle of the green, and then as it comes over, it's going to break left to right and then break right to left at the end. And we know that he's a magnificent putter, but he's going to really need to dig deep into his well of resolve right here to hold this.
Tracking.
That was right on line.
Every bit of its journey, you could almost hear a pin drop.
He's got good eyes. He didn't have the flag held.
So it should be par then for Jordan. It should be par for Matt. And that means 2 shots will separate them.
PD, come on, just hang on a sec, mate. He's got just over a metre.
I said should, Grades.
Oh, what a knock this one in. It's so much easier just playing that last hole safely.
Yes! No problems.
And you'd be shaking a little over that putt. The hands would be jingling, and stick to your routine on those ones.
Well, if you're not in this situation, you'll never be nervous. Ogilvy at the final hole to close with a par. And right through until the 72nd hole, his week goes along the same path.
And so did his spot in the Open Championship. Double bogey at 17.
Galleries are ready to acclaim the champion. Grant Dodd striding down the fairway. It's looking likely to be a hometown victory, but there's still a bit to go. Aaron Price drops back into a tie for 8th. 4-way tie it is too, with Todd Sennett, Brett Rumford and Geoff Ogilvy. Just 4 players left on the course, all of the focus on these 2, but still a couple more as well. Reen Gibson. Not the day he was after. 5 over par for the day. Back to even.
Good shot from there. He's playing with Lincoln Ty. He's 1 over on his round, 3 under total, tied for 5th. So he's right up there with a chance for one of those 3 spots.
Now this perfect driving hole for Matty Jones. Overdone it. Yes. That might be a good thing, Finchy.
Because he has to lay it up.
He has to lay it up.
Yep.
Yeah. So without tempting him to try and knock it on the green in 2.
I was thinking exactly the same thing, Wayne.
This is a very big shot in the career of Lincoln Ty at the 18th. For where he might finish and for what he might earn with that finish.
He liked it.
And he's got that putt for a birdie at the last and a spot in the Open Championship at Royal Troon next year.
Yeah, as it sits now, he's tied with Nick Cullen, but Nick had 68 today. So Jordan Spieth, final tee shot.
Well, he needs something heroic on this hole, Jordan Spieth. And, well, that's a pretty good way to start anyway. Straight down the middle.
He had the chance of finishing eagle yesterday.
That's right, an eagle here. He gets to 8 under and applies a bit of pressure to Matt Jones.
So it's not over yet, but Matt Jones, the 35-year-old from Sydney who knows this place so well, might be about to hold up his National Open trophy.
Lincoln Tye's world ranking is 1,022nd. If he makes this putt, he will qualify for the Open Championship this year. So it looks like Tye will finish outside of that top 3 that he needed to get into the Open Championship. But a good week overall for the long hitter.
Just laying up here at 18 is Matt Jones.
Yep. And so the situation is this. If Matt Jones is able to make his par, he'll finish at -8. Jordan Spieth will need an eagle to get in a playoff with him.
Disappointing day for Ian Gibson.
Little consolation for the last for round of 75.
Yeah, it's a top 10.
Yep.
Equal 8th.
Just confirming, Lincoln Tye finishes at 3 under, and that is in that tie for 5th with Nick Cullen, who has the superior world ranking.
Jordan Spieth's got 227 metres to this back pin, and it's all or nothing right here for the American. Wind just whipping out of the right, maybe in his face just a fraction. And great contact. Oh my word, what a shot this is.
He might still get there.
Stop it.
You wouldn't have known by his reaction that he'd hit it to 15 feet.
I thought he'd hit it up on the hill.
I think he might have thought something like that too. He's looking quite incredulous at that.
That's the fat 3-wood. It's good. It holds straight.
There you go. Thanks for that explanation. But when you do catch it a little heavy, it doesn't spin as much and the wind doesn't catch it as much. So
it wasn't that bad.
So the eagle is still a possibility. If Matt Jones makes his birdie, we don't need to worry. That's the shot from the Emirates marquee. That's the shot looking to the clubhouse.
I've never thought about the champion run from 225.
No. Over water. Great final hole positioning here of this whole the lake and the tents and all the crowds beneath the clubhouse.
Very mindful of appreciating the reception that he's being given, but also mindful of what his friend and playing companion is about to do. Preparing to play one of the biggest shots of his life.
On the scenes down here at the moment, guys. 123 for Matt Jones. Needs it to draw.
Hard in his mouth for a moment there.
Went short too, didn't it? It did.
He's going to have a lot of family and friends in the gallery here as he makes the walk up the 18th at a club that he has played so many times. Maybe a moment that he has dreamt about so many times.
Do me a favour, boss. Knock it in. I don't want to go any more holes, says Shannon.
So close to the championship in 2010 behind Jeff Ogilvy.
Be interesting interesting to see here who's putting first.
How's that for a scene?
Oh, it's ideal natural amphitheatre here at 18. I think it might be Jones to go first.
Yeah, definitely Matt Jones is away here, Finchy. And I tell you what, the scene here at the moment is just amazing. The atmosphere is so tense. And this amphitheatre by this 18th green is just packed to the rafters. It's standing room only. And if you're a lover of Australian golf, then this is a scene to just make you proud. And, you know, there's red blood pumping through the veins of Australian golf at the moment, that's for sure.
Jordan will be checking his book just to make sure he understands the undulations and nuances of this green.
Back in 1982, Bob Shearer was in front of the world #1 at that time, Jack Nicklaus, and she is in the same position as Matty Jones, a one-time winner on the US Tour. So a lot of similarities here.
If he holds this, Jordan Spieth, no matter what he does, need not worry.
Go, don't want to leave yourself too much. If I were Matt Jones here, I'd go. I wouldn't wait. Because if Jordan holds his, he'll have to hold that for the half. And there'll be a lot more pressure than going now. But each to their own. Some people stick to a routine. But I wouldn't like to have to hold a 3-footer to get into the playoff if Jordan holds his.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be giving Jordan Spieth a sniff at a win, an outright win on this last green.
You see it the other way, you'd rather wait and see?
Well, just this guy here, he's held some of the most amazing putts throughout this season. And if he knew he had a putt for a win, if Matty was to
Don't you think he's thinking that now already?
Well,
at 22 years of age, he is the world #1. Jordan Spieth has had 5 victories already this year. He came up with something incredible on this Sunday last year at the Australian Open. He needs to come up with something big now to give himself a chance. This to go 8 under.
Can't believe it broke that much to the left. Rod Pamplin was saying that too. He was surprised that his putt broke that way the last few feet. So now Jordan will clean up. This for birdie and to tie Adam Scott at 7 under. And Matt Jones has about 3 feet, just under a metre left for the win.
great defence of his title, Jordan Spieth. Has he got any more to do?
It's a place where he's spent much of his golfing life. And now he enjoys the stuff that dreams are made of.
What a special moment for Matt Jones, being in that final pairing with the world's #1 and beating him in front of his home crowd.
Well, I picked him to win this morning, but I definitely didn't expect it to be like that. What a roller coaster. What a great day when he debriefed from this round today.
Gary Barter, his coach and long-term friend there, just over the moon.
And his wife and 2 daughters there to share the moment with Daddy.
It was. It sucked. Hey, thank you. Thanks.
Beautiful.
What they don't know is Dad's about 4 years older than this afternoon.
He must be emotionally drained after what he's been through for the last 4 hours or so.
Yeah, well, especially the way he started, bogey, double bogey, and then a triple at the 9th. And what a fight back. 2 under par 34, the Homewood 9. Very popular win, and hopefully the first of many for Matt Jones.
If every person who is here shouts him a drink tonight who's been part of his golfing journey, then he's going to wake up very seedy tomorrow because there are so many who will be part of this win.
Big hug from Aaron Price, who also works with his coach, Garrett. Oh, just snuck in the left, didn't it?
We talked about the other day when he was in the lead. When will you start thinking about being an Australian Open champion? They asked him. He said, when I'm coming down the stretch. And there must have been so many times today after the first couple of holes that he had and then what happened at 9 that he doubted that this moment would exist. But he's got his name on the trophy and in a very special place on the trophy. He is the 100th Australian Open champion. Matthew Jones earns himself a spot at Royal Troon next year as well. Rod Pampling does likewise with one of the greatest rounds of his life, and Nick Cullen, the Masters champion of last year, also gets through. But it's Matt Jones with a 73 to close who wins the Australian Open by 1 from a brave Adam Scott, who hung in there right until the end, and the defending champion has defended superbly, Jordan Spieth, to fall just 1 short. The 35-year-old from Sydney is the champion, and the presentation is next.
It's been a journey to get where I am, and I didn't get here alone. There were people who listened along the way, people who gave me options, kept me on track. And through it all, my retirement never got left behind. So today, I'm prepared for anything we may want tomorrow to be.
Every someday needs a plan. Let's talk about your old 401k today.
The only way to improve your game is to know your game. Now you can. Introducing Arccos, golf's first ever GPS and live stat tracking system. Ultralight Bluetooth sensors for each club that pair just once to your phone. Track your stats automatically. See them instantly. Hands-free, no disruptions. Get the game-changing insights you need to improve. True performance tracking. Arccos. Connect to your game. In stores now. Learn more at arccosgolf.com.
You may know us for our quality fuels. You might know we're the world's largest independent refiner, or even that we're in the Fortune 500 top 20. But did you know we've given over $100 million for children's charities, delivered more than 45,000 Meals on Wheels, and given over $10 million for higher education? To appreciate a company's true value, you have to understand the heart of its people.
Every year, the amount of data your enterprise uses goes up. Smart devices are up, cloud is up, analytics is up. Seems like everything is up, except your budget. Introducing Comcast Business Enterprise Solutions with a different kind of network that delivers the bandwidth you need without the high cost. Because you can't build the business of tomorrow on the network of yesterday.
Golf Channel Am Tour. Tournament golf for the rest of us. Go to gcamtour.com to join the tour.
This holiday, why not stand out with a one-of-a-kind present? A Golf Now gift card. Good for any hot deal tee time at thousands of great courses. Visit golfnow.com/gift card today.
November is Golfing in the Elements month, and Golf Channel has expert tips to play well in poor weather.
A great thing to remember when you're playing in that poor condition is to hold this club a little bit lighter and make a little bit more of a deliberate backswing. When you get a little bit more deliberate with that, you're going to hit it much more solidly. You can play great when it's bad.
For more tips like this, watch our shows, download the app, or find a coach near you.
How about that for an afternoon of golf at the Emirates Australian Open Championship? So many twists and turns in the tale this afternoon, all the way to Matt Jones' victory. Ian Baker-Finch, if you love golf and you didn't enjoy that, there's something wrong. That was extraordinary.
Yeah, that's reality TV in a nutshell, don't you think?
Exactly.
Just absolutely amazing. And at the start of the show, we said, well, if he shoots 72 or 73, Jordan's going to have to shoot 69 to beat him. And as it's turned out, when you look at the final score, that's exactly what happened. But it was a rocky road getting there. And just an amazing comeback and an unbelievable win for Matty Jones.
And how many other stories behind him? Adam Scott, after the difficulties that he's had, nearly got there. Rod Pampling, your great mate from Queensland, coming up with the round of a lifetime, 61. But this is the story. This is the man, 35 years of age, as we said. He's cut his teeth at this place. He knows this place so well, and that's going to make winning the 100th championship at this place so special to him.
Just some wonderful memories that will last a lifetime. But I must say a great congratulations to Jordan Spieth on the way he handled himself all week. Fantastic defence of his title.
It's time now for the winner to take the spoils for the presentation of the Stonehaven Cup. Let's head down to Pat Welsh.
Last year, ladies and gentlemen, we saw one of the greatest rounds of golf in Emirates Australian Open history. This year, surely one of the most dramatic days. We have a new champion. He is a member of this fabulous golf club. Ladies and gentlemen, your Emirates Australian Open champion is Matt Jones. Can I introduce, ladies and gentlemen, our official party? New South Wales Deputy Premier, Minister for Justice and Police, Minister for the Arts and Minister for Racing. Could you please welcome Troy Grant? From our fantastic sponsors, Divisional Vice President, Emirates Australasia, Barry Brown. The Chairman of Golf Australia, John Hopkins. CEO of Golf Australia, Stephen Pitt. Stuart Cox, Captain of the Australian Golf Club, and what a course they have presented us with this week. And it's wonderful to have him in our country, the Chairman of the R&A Championship Committee, Peter Unsworth. We have, of course, Matt Jones, and ladies and gentlemen, our leading amateur, Ryan Ruffles. General Manager, PGA Tour of Australasia, Simon Butterley, and Director of Tour Operations, One Asia, David Parkin, ladies and gentlemen, and the General Manager of another of our great sponsors, Tag Heuer, Philip Richards. Ladies and gentlemen, now can I introduce Troy Grant, New South Wales Deputy Premier, just to say a few words on behalf of the government this afternoon in what has been a climax to a fantastic event. Troy?
Thank you, Paddy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the New South Wales Government could not be prouder to be partners with this fabulous event, showcasing the best global city in the world here in Sydney. On behalf of Destination New South Wales, can I thank the crowd in particular for coming out and supporting this wonderful event in its 100th year, a very special occasion with a local champion about to raise the Stonehaven Cup. Our congratulations to you, Matt. What a terrific final round, an enthralling round for all viewers across Australia, and we're enormously proud to be partners. And to our partners in Emirates, to Golf Australia, many congratulations on a wonderful tournament on one of the best courses in the world. Congratulations, everybody.
Deputy Premier, we're indebted to you as well, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest names of golf, ladies and gentlemen, are on the Stonehaven Cup. Can I please ask now John Hopkins to present one of the most famous pieces of silverware in Australian sport. To the winner, many spoils. From Emirates, ladies and gentlemen, Barry Brown has the gold medallion.